close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
How's it going, guys? My name is Ed, and in this video I introduce you to my 1992 DC barn find BMW E30 VERT. And the purpose of this video is to basically give you a quick overview and go over all of the good, the bad, and the ugly, and as well as all the future plans that I have in store for this car. So let's just go ahead and dive right in. Alright, so starting with the good, we're going to go ahead and start with the exterior. All of the good things that I've observed with the exterior. I guess if you are familiar with convertibles, the top is usually one of the big issues with the convertibles, as they are prone to leaking. They get cracks and stuff. And the top was recently replaced 2 years ago by the previous owners. And I do have a receipt for that work that was done, and the top is in excellent condition. So this is obviously a really good thing about this car, is that I don't have to worry about the top. In addition to the top, the paint, it's original paint. There is no peeling or flaking. It could use a buffing. As you can see, there's some scratches around. I don't know if the camera's picking up on it because of the sunlight. The wheels have the center caps in the front there. All four wheels have the center caps. They could use a good cleaning. And no rust. No rust at all. It's probably one of my favorite things about this car. My last E30 had rust everywhere. The quarter panels were rusted out. This has no rust anywhere, at least nowhere that I can find. So that's all of the good things that are good with the exterior. In addition to that, these bumpers, I've never had an E30 with the late model bumpers, so that's always a plus. And you know, it looks good. You know, the interior looks really clean, and I'm pretty sure with the good buffing, this will clean up very well. Now, when it comes to the bad, there are of course a few chips in certain places. I got a ding right here. I don't know if the camera's picking that up. The camera's probably not going to pick up a lot of this stuff, but there's like a little ding here, some stuff here, just some paint chipping here. I'm not sure what that's about. What else? Just little nicks and pieces like that throughout the body. Probably the worst thing is this right here. That looks like a pretty bad scratch ding. Not sure what happened there. And this guy. So there. So that's, you know, that's like the worst of the worst. So that's the exterior. And I guess what we're gonna do now is jump into, let's start at the front of the car, right? Let's go into the engine bay. All right. We'll jump into that interior in a second. It's not too many good things right now that I want to speak about. This is just a stock M20 motor, nothing special. And yeah, I mean, I replaced the radiator, the clutch fan, the thermostat. I'm chasing around a heating issue. I'm gonna upload more videos on that. I've already replaced these, so you're gonna see videos on that. And as it's a barn find, quotation marks, right? when I opened the air intake box, there was some sort of rodent nest inside of it. So that, again, there's a video that I did about all of these details like that, all of the surprises. But right now it's running pretty good, but it's still not quite yet there. I've also replaced the spark plugs. Spark plug wires are fine. Distributor's fine. The valve cover cleaned up very nicely. And the oil cooler lines were leaking, so I removed that. I'm gonna do a separate video on how to rebuild that whole thing. And yeah, oh, I've also replaced the reservoir for the power steering, and it does leak still, so I'm gonna have to do a separate video on how to fix this leaking issue. So yeah, that's the front of the car. So now we're gonna go ahead and jump right in to the inside of the car. But the lighting inside of the car is not the best, so what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna go ahead and put the top down. Alright, so I got the top down, so let's go ahead and jump right in. Alright, so starting with my most favorite thing about the interior, the dash is in excellent shape. You can see that the dash is crack free, which is really, really rare. I've had about 4 E30s, this is my 5th one, and they all had a cracked dash. So I guess that ratio is what, 1 in 5, 20%, I don't know. I'm sure it might be a little bit higher than that. Moving on to the instrument cluster. Car has 113,000 miles on it. So it's a low mileage car. The seats are in really good shape. Passenger side, driver side. Even the rear seats are pretty good. The only issues right now that I'm trying to figure out is the heater. I'm in the middle of trying to replace this heater, or fix the heat, I should say. I replaced the heater core and the water valve, and I still have no heat. I mean, I have a little bit of heat, so I'm not sure what's going on there. That's probably my least favorite thing right now about this car, because it's cold and I need some heat. Another thing is the onboard computer. As you can see, it's kind of like the screen's all messed up. It's a common issue with these cars. And then I lied. Okay, so the biggest thing that I do not like about this car is this guy. It's an automatic. So we're gonna fix that. As I mentioned in the previous video, I kept all of my 5-speed conversion stuff from my last E30 VERT. So I'm gonna go ahead and swap all of that into this car and have a fully converted 5-speed car. And I'm going to document that. Unlike my previous one, I'm going to document that build and make a tutorial on how you can convert your car from automatic to manual. Jumping over to the driver's side. Oh, the top. Forgot to mention this. The top was converted to manual, so this doesn't work, and I'm okay with that. I don't really care if that works or not, but what I am a little bit concerned with is this doesn't latch. So it wasn't properly converted to manual when they did this. So you can put the top down, but this doesn't latch. So the good news is, before I junked my car, I kept all of that. I took all of the cables and the latches and the locking mechanisms out. So I'm going to install them in this car and have a fully converted manual top and a manual trans. So we're going to do 2 conversions. So yeah. Alright, so that's pretty much it. As far as this car goes, this is pretty much it. But there are a couple more things that came with the car that I was also really happy that the car has. The first thing is it came with the original trunk set, the trunk kit, with all the tools, and the tools weren't rusted. So I've never had an E30 that came with the toolkit in the trunk. It also came with the owner's manual. I've never had an E30 with an owner's manual before. And the last thing that it came with is, well, second to last thing that it came with is the original BMW car cover, which is in okay shape. And I didn't even know E30s came with car covers, so I'm excited about that. And then the very last thing that it came with, thanks to the previous owner, is it came with they kept a folder full of all the paperwork dating back to 1997 of all the work that had been done to the car. So I have literally a stack of papers that I can just read through and go through to see every little thing that was done to the car. And that is the first time in my entire life that I've ever purchased a car, let alone an E30, that is coming with all of this work. Another good thing about this car is it has a clean Carfax with everything documented on it, so there's no car accidents or any salvage title or anything going on with this car here. So yeah, that's really awesome. And yeah, that's pretty much it, man. So that's gonna wrap this video up here. If you guys want to see more content on this BMW E30, especially with every little thing that we have going on, all the stuff that I'm getting ready to do with it, like the 5-speed swap and everything, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I can't wait. I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.